This is pretty much the situation all around town. Trees literally snapped in half. Residents are sure a tornado moved right through here. The government has offered discounted coupons like this one to be used for the purchase of digital converter boxes. The problem is, this one expired on July 29th of last year. And for kids like Renee, the Victory Boxing Club provides a positive atmosphere and keeps them off the streets. The idea of a parking lot leaves many neighbors wondering why the district doesn't build one back here, directly behind the school, where they have all this space. The Sarah Care Center not only provides reading materials, but activities like arts and crafts to help stimulate thinking and activity in the minds of elderly patients. It's just another tool used to help people through the aging process. And so far, the program is right on target. This sound may be a familiar one for a while. Neighbors have their work cut out for them. For people like Mike Menark, the storm took more than just their trees. Menark and his wife were in the process of buying this house.
Signing papers June 31st. We've already been through some of the preliminary paperwork also.
Now the soon-to-be homeowners are left without a new house.
At a loss because, we were living in a condo and, somebody bought our condo, so we have to be out of there by the 31st of July. And we're just kind of trying to plan on where we go next.
Across the street, more evidence of the storm's destruction lay in the yards of homeowners like Michael Nixage.
We got woke up right before it happened. We heard the pressure change, the windows rattling, and then crash, and our kids came down and said, "Did you hear that?" And then we started looking around, and pretty soon the whole neighborhood was out here within 15 minutes after everything had gone. And we're just glad our house didn't get hit as bad as other people's.
The storm wasn't kind to several houses. Some homeowners are without roofs, left with the yards littered with mangled trees and other debris. For Menark, the storm may have damaged his home, but not his will to rebuild.
Probably just clean up and remodel and then find a backup space to live for a few months, because it's probably going to be about 4 or 5 months worth of work, because there's so much water damage on the inside of the house from the roof being gone.
Near 138th and Birchwood, Jake Buckingham, Channel 6 News.
Andrew.
Punch after punch, and drenched in sweat, Hugo Garcia spends his afternoons channeling his anger and emotions into something positive.
I just train for fun, but I want to fight. I'm going to get in a fight.
That's the mission of the Victory Boxing Club in South Omaha. Coach John Detterman hopes it will translate into something good for the community.
We have 35, 40 kids a night down here. We, kind of a safe haven, if you will, to keep them off the streets.
Hugo is a freshman at South High, and for him, boxing is more than just a sport.
Yeah, I used to be on the streets. I just like to hang around, but now I got something to do, so I won't waste my time.
And that time is invaluable for Coach Detterman, who says there's something more that kids take away from the program.
We're set apart, from other clubs in the fact that we are a Christian boxing club. We're trying to pour Christian principles into kids through the gift of boxing.
And that gift has allowed many students, like Jennifer Garcia, to channel her energy.
Sort of an after-school activity. It distracts you, it helps you get your anger out in a positive way. So you're not really hurting anybody and you're staying out of trouble yourself.
On this day, she's helping the staff and students set up for a big boxing match. The Victory Boxing Club, located here in the heart of South Omaha, is something many people feel this community desperately needs more of. Places for kids to do positive things in positive environments.
Yeah, we need more programs. There's no doubt. Watch the news. There's not enough programs for kids, and there's not enough halfway houses and different places like that.
Coach Detterman wants the program to continue and grow.
So we are so blessed, so fortunate to have the building we have, and it can, we just want to grow and keep on planting seeds.
Seeds to help teach kids that although the road in life and the decisions they make may be tough, there's someone there to lift them up should they fall. For the Omaha News, I'm Jake Buckingham. Take a walk down Columbus Ave in New York City, and like most streets, you'll find numerous food markets and street vendors. And then you'll find Michael Collette, part-time street musician, full-time street photographer, old school in a way, as he's been shooting images on film.
Since 1971.
when I studied in college, and I worked at a lot of the major photo labs in New York City.
And today, nearly 40 years later, you can find Collette selling his photography curbside.
When people will take money out of their wallet, big money, and pay for them, then you know you really got something good.
But good isn't the word Collette uses to describe his profit.
This economy has killed my sales. I like to say business is bad, but that would mean there was actually some business.
Selling his photography is not only his full-time job, but it's also his passion.
This is all I do. This is my job, and I love it. Who has it better than me? Selling beautiful artwork to people.
It's a dream that led him to capture images on film that people have come to appreciate.
And people seem to love my old school technology. They like to have a real photograph.
Now, if only times were better, Collette would be a much happier man. He's living proof that you don't have to go very far to witness the effects of the economy. You can go to Wall Street, or just stop by and talk to Michael Collette. Just listen. A bankruptcy judge cleared the Cubs to be sold to Omaha Joe Ricketts in a record $845 million deal, which would give the Ricketts family a 95% stake in the team. Chicago-based Tribune is expected to make about $740 million off the deal. Ricketts is the founder of Omaha-based TD Ameritrade. Well, sometimes we take driving for granted, but how old is too old to get behind the wheel?
Well, Jake, the Department of Motor Vehicles...
Well, today on Wall Street, the markets rallied for big gains today. The Dow at one point topped the 10,000 point mark. The Dow closed up over 144.8. The Nasdaq finished up 32.34, and the S&P 500 closed up 18.83. Well, snow fell across Omaha this past week, the first of the season, even while the leaves on the trees haven't even fallen off yet. So why the concern?
Well, Jake, many across the metro were caught off guard by...
It has been especially cold this fall. The snow that fell Saturday proved that with measurable amounts. Our gardens might be a concern.
The snow...
Well, if your garden was damaged by the snow or freezing nights, finding a nice sheltered part of your yard will help protect the plants for next year. Well, you know, he's waiting to tell you all about the latest at the Gridiron and what's making waves in the pool.
Absolutely right, Jake. Join us for Sports Talk coming up next. The women's volleyball. Santa Maria.
And if you want to stay up to date with us here at the Omaha News, make sure you log on to our webpage at theomahanews.com. Also remember to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/theomaha News. For all of us here at the Omaha News, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jake Buckingham.